Hello everyone, and I would like to show you one another very exciting chess game by the magician from Riga, the master of disaster, Mikhail Tal. So in this chess game, Tal had the black pieces and his opponent was Krzysztof Pytel, Polish chess grandmaster, and he was also the 2 times chess champion of Germany. Strong chess player. So this chess game is from 1983 from a chess tournament. But Mikhail Tal had the black pieces, so I want to check out this chess game from Tal's perspective. And Pytel starts the game with knight to f3, and Tal played c5, c4, and we have English symmetrical variation. Knight to c6, knight to c3, g6, e3, and then d6. So d4, bishop to g7, d5, and then knight to e5, knight to d2, f5 by Tal. Developing the bishop, knight to f6, h3, so we see normal developing moves, e6, and Mikhail Tal wants to open some lines, and if capturing, then bishop takes on e6, aggressively developing the bishop, so f4 kicking the knight back, and then d takes on e6, bishop takes on e6, bishop to f3, targeting on b7, but Tal castled in this position, so we see the first sacrifice of Mikhail Tal, sacrificing a pawn. Well, Tal was a heavy drinker. Maybe Mikhail Tal was drunk in this chess game. He was drinking like a fish. And because of this reckless lifestyle, Mikhail Tal was not a healthy person. But maybe in this position, Tal is deliberately sacrificing on b7, because if bishop takes on b7, it is going to give black the rook, a half open file, so it could be dangerous against Mikhail Tal. So Pytel maybe thought that, okay, this is Mikhail Tal, I should not accept his sacrifice, and then he castled, not accepting. Or maybe Tal was drunk and he said maybe, oh, okay, my pawn, rook to b8, maybe then he realized that. So rook to b8 defending, and then we have a4, d5, so Tal wants to open some lines as an aggressive chess player. So c takes on d5, knight takes on d5, knight takes, bishop takes, and then e4. So bishop goes back, developing the queen, queen to c2, and queen to h4. The queen is looking menacing, very close to the king. So we have knight to b3, but even though this looks like a natural, logical move, so developing the knight and liberating the bishop, although white didn't activate his bishop yet, it looks like actually in this position, white pieces has poor coordination, and it proves after Mikhail Tal's next move. Tal played f takes on e4. It is very evident that white has poor coordination. So white pieces are lacking in coordination. So for example, in this position, if queen takes on e4, then capturing the knight, so you can take this pawn with the queen. So bishop takes on e4, but especially after the next move of Mikhail Tal, white is suffering big time. So black has a very strong move in this position, and that's a very aggressive, very beautiful move. Mikhail Tal played knight to g5 by Tal. The magician from Riga sacrifices the knight to open the file, open the f file. And if not accepting the sacrifice, Tal is planning to sacrifice his knight on h3, depending on the position. So we have accepting the sacrifice, but if something like a5, then knight takes bishop, of course. This is the immediate threat. So after capturing the knight, bishop takes on b3. So you can see the poor coordination of white. And that's very dangerous against Mikhail Tal, of course. So if bishop to d3, then Tal was hoping to play knight takes on h3. This was the idea of Tal. So after g takes on h3, checking the king and checking again. Of course, if you ever block with the queen, then capturing the bishop is also possible. And bishop check is also possible. So king to g1, checking the king, king to h1, and then bishop to d5. So bishop to e4, capturing and not capturing the knight, but lifting the rook up, and how to defend rook to h5. So this is the only defense, checking the king and then capturing the knight. Bishop check is also next. So you can see that this is all over for white. Tal is using his bishops also very effectively. So if bishop to f3, this would be the best try for white. Then capturing, and after b6, white has much better position. Black has much better position. Black is better and black is winning. So according to the computer chess engine, in this position, black has -2 points advantage. So okay, but this would be the best try. In the game continuation, after knight to g5, Pytel accepted the sacrifice, and this is very dangerous against Mikhail Tal. This opened the f-file and Tal lands on f1 with his rook. Rook takes on f1 by the magician from Riga. So what else? King takes on f1, rook to f8, and of course if king goes up, then rook to f2 is going to win the queen, or even queen to f2 is very strong. So bishop to f3, what else? I mean, if king goes to the left, the queen is getting in. So bishop to f3, and Tal played a move, and after that move, Pytel resigned. Bishop to c4 by Tal, and white resigned. The possible continuation, I mean, you can only interpose with the queen, capturing the bishop, queen takes queen, losing the queen, or moving the king, which is the only move. So queen to e1, king to h2, and this is all forced. Bishop to e5, and how to defend. If pushing the pawn, this is all over. Check, and getting checkmated like this, using his bishops perfectly, like I said. And if bishop to f4, I mean, this doesn't make any sense, of course. Check, 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 and losing by force. Losing the queen, and mate is going to follow very soon. So white is getting checkmated very soon. So what do you think about this amazing chess game by Mikhail Tal? And boy, what a sacrifice that was. What a knight sacrifice by Mikhail Tal. Boom, knight to g5. Boom. What a move. And everything is falling apart, as you can see. So actually after bishop check, Tal's opponent resigned. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and bye bye.